What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today I want to get into the New York Jets getting just absolute undeserving trust this week and next week too, but just in general, the New York Jets are getting a ton of love and a ton of trust still at this point in the midst of a 4-game losing streak, and I don't quite understand why that is happening. I want to start with the odds makers and the sports books. You guys know BetUs, the official sports book of Matt O'Leary and why here on the channel. They are 7-point road favorites this week. 7-point road favorites against the New England Patriots. By the way, you can sign up using promo code YouTube150 and get a match deposit bonus of up to 150% on your first deposit, and then 125 on your next two deposits up to $2,000. But 7-point road favorites. I don't think they should be 7-point road favorites against anybody. Now, I get it. New England isn't a very good football team. They've lost 6 straight games. They are reeling, but the Jets have lost 4 straight games. And this is essentially saying that if this game was played at a neutral site field, the Jets are 10 points better than them. I don't know if I buy that. I really don't. I don't think that's deserved right now. Again, like if you had these odds before the start of the season, that's maybe one thing. But what have they shown you over the last 4 games to make you believe that they're going to go on the road in New England and win by multiple scores? I hope they do. I really do. I'm not saying that if the Jets beat the Pats, I won't be happy that they won. Of course I will. I won't say that they're back, though. I'm not going to go nuts and say, oh my God, the Jets beat the Patriots. They're now 3-5. They're all the way back in this thing. Of course not. That's not where I'm going to go on that. But 7-point road favorites is very surprising to me. And then on a short week, the Jets host the 5-2 Houston Texans. The Jets are 1-point favorites against the Houston Texans. Now I get it that it's a home game for the Jets. Jets beat them last year at home. But this is essentially saying that the 5-2 Texans against the 2-5 Jets on a neutral field, the Texans are only 2, maybe 3 at the most points better than the New York Jets. I don't believe that for a second. I really don't. And I know the Texans haven't exactly looked 1,000% dominant in their 5 wins, but they've beaten the Colts, the Bears, the Bills, all teams who have at times looked pretty good. I'm not saying that the Colts and Bears are world beaters, but they're winning games. The Bills look by far like the best team in the AFC East. Something's missing. Something isn't adding up for me on this. Guys, I want to talk to you about today's sponsor, Lofi, the best nicotine pouches on the market. I made the switch to Lofi and I don't regret it. My 2 favorite flavors are the wintergreen and the mint. I also enjoy the espresso. They got a ton of different options for you. When I feel my midday slump coming on is usually when I like to toss one in. So let's level up your nicotine routine with Lofi. Go to lucy.co/O'Leary and use promo code O'Leary to get 20% off your first order. Lofi has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind or for whatever reason don't enjoy the product. Here comes the fine print. Lofi products are only for adults of legal age, and every single order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine, and nicotine is an addictive chemical. And it's not just the odds makers, it's the analytics too, where currently the Jets have a 36% chance of making the playoffs still, and it's up to 43% if they win this game on Sunday. They're 12th in the conference. The top 7 teams make it. There are teams in front of the New York Jets with significantly worse odds. Miami, the Raiders. How is that possible? How is that possible? And everyone's going to point to, well, it's the talent. The Jets have talent on their roster. I don't disagree that the Jets have talent. I do think they are a talented football team. But they're not a good team. There's a difference between a talented team and a good team. A good team finds ways to win. A good team is able to string together a 4-quarter performance. A good team doesn't have 10 plus penalties in a game Can't get the snap off after a big play. Always has to take a timeout. A good team doesn't come out flat at halftime. A good team remains up 9 points at the absolute minimum going into the half. And then if they're still winning, by the way, still up by 2 after a poor play where you could have gotten more points, referencing the Steelers game, they don't come out, they don't quit. They don't give up 31 unanswered. Good teams don't give up 31 unanswered points to a horrific offense. Horrific offense. I don't buy that the Jets are a good team right now. And one win isn't against the New England Patriots isn't going to convince me. They got to rattle off 3-4 wins in a row. You got to get to the bye at 6-5, which is a really tough ask because you have the Texans coming up after this. You have a Colts game before the bye. Jets are more talented than the Colts, but are we convinced that they're going to be able to beat the Colts in prime time? I'm not. They haven't shown me that. The only thing that you could say is if you're believing that, the place your belief is coming from is hope. It's not. There's nothing that you could say through the first 7 games of the year and say, oh yeah, the Jets are better at this. They do this right, and that's why they're going to win. It's they have talent, and I'm just hoping that they do. I hope they put it together. That's all well and good, but I don't understand where this trust is coming from. The Jets don't deserve this trust. They haven't proven it this year, which was the year that they were supposed to be better, by the way. And they haven't proven it over the last 14 gosh darn years. So I don't understand where this trust is coming from. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.